Kent Smith here, a.k.a. Kent the Politician. We're about ready to bring you Kansas versus Ohio here at Battle of the All-Stars 2019. This is the 1:30 game on day 2, which is Friday. And we've had a little bit of camera details, so you might only get 2 cameras for this bout, the overhead that you're currently seeing, and then a tighter shot on turns 1 and 2. But again, we're trying to get the motion camera set up. Let me really quickly introduce my fellow announcer. It is Betty Jesseret. And Betty, why don't you tell folks who you are, and if we have time, roll through the possible scenarios with which team wins, which team loses.
Sure. I'm a skater with Peninsula Roller Girls. For folks who aren't familiar with California Derby, that's very close to Bay Area and Silicon Valley geographically. And I work with the WFTDA on the marketing team, so
you've seen roller derby before?
I have seen
and
some games.
You've skated.
I have skated. I have done the live tweeting at postseason.
And you're also the voice for Team California because that's where you're from.
Yes. Well, that's where I live now.
That's what I meant. So why don't you tell us who's playing? These two teams are where they're playing next.
Sure. So Ohio's coming in at the number 10 seed. Kansas, number 13. Winner's going to advance to play Louisiana, and that'll be tomorrow at 10. And in the meantime, I think we are just about ready for some derby.
They've only got one working mic and the venue, and they just gave me a signal like, Kent, can you fix this? I'm like, no, I'm announcing.
We're a little busy.
So perhaps at an extended official's timeout, I will help out our venue crew. Anyway, so we will roll through the two teams' rosters at our next possible breaks, but it looks like we've got Jams Bond jamming for Kansas. Kansas is in blue, and Ohio is in white. Ruffin, better known as Ballistic, is if you're a Gem City fan, is jamming for Ohio.
Jams up at the front, almost out, but knocked out.
So Ruffin of Ohio becomes lead jammer. Jams Bond held up by, among others.
And there's a quick star pass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that goes to
No El Paso.
No El Paso. So both teams are out of the pack. Ruffin is pushed out there on the back straightaway. And so points go, no points. We're waiting for the Ohio calculation. Jam ref talking to outside pack ref. 4 will be awarded to Ohio. This is Ohio's first lead of the tournament. They only played once yesterday. And they played Montana. They were Montana's first upset victory.
Montana really brought it.
Yeah, very strong. So this is Wheezy jamming for Ohio. And we're not quite sure who yet jamming for Kansas.
We'll let you know as soon as we figure that out. It looks like it is number 0, Klitterbomb.
Yeah, Klitterbomb heavy in the Kansas jammer rotation. Wheezy, former MVP for Cincinnati Roller Derby, Cincinnati Roller Girls. Wheezy is out. Klitterbomb pushed out by, among others, Beast Mode and Kitty Lickerbottom. And so that ends the brief Kansas scoring run at 1.
Both teams on the board here.
If you're just standing around, you want something to go check out our vendors: Wicked Skate Lair, Derby City Skates, Autumn Skates, Apex Skate Shop, the Chuck Club, Young Living Oils, China Skates, Juice Wheels, the Full Recovery.
So again, this bout is a 40-minute bout, those of you that haven't tuned in earlier in the day. Thursday and Friday are 40-minute bouts. Saturday and Sunday is 60-minute bouts. We have 9 bouts today. We have 7 Saturday and Sunday. We started at 9 a.m. today. We started 8 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Set your clocks appropriately. This is Heartless Glitch, who is the MVP for Ohio in their first bout. She's also the captain of the Ohio All-Stars. Skates for Gem City in Dayton, and she is through. Heartless Glitch is lead jammer.
Meanwhile, the Kansas jammer taking off her star.
Mary Payne.
And going to be looked to pass it to the pivot, but
didn't happen. Did happen.
Did happen. Let's see. No, there was a pass to the pivot. And that looks like troubleshooter. That is confirmed. Now your jammer of record as the jam's called off.
So Glitch, looks like Glitch puts up 3. So 7-1 now Ohio's lead. 3 jams in. 16:35. And we've got Ruffin going back for Ohio. Up. And we're doing some track repair.
Safety is important.
We're looking for track repair. All right, hey, let's do rosters while we have the opportunity.
Yeah, we've got
I will do
moment here.
Ohio if you can do Kansas. So
Yes, I can.
nice. Number 1, Birch Slap. This is the Ohio All-Stars from Ohio Roller Derby. Number 4, Coco Sparks, Burning River Roller Derby. Number 9, Outer Spacey from Gem City Roller Derby. Kitty Lickerbottom, number 12, Ohio Roller Girls. Number 24, Audrey Autopsy, Central Ohio Roller Derby. 25, Ruffin, who will be the jammer for Ohio once we get underway from Gem City. 34, Sutter from Gem City. 37, Brianna Ruins, Burning River Roller Derby. 43, Wheezy, who is Jam second, Cincinnati Roller Girls. Honey Basher, number 49 from Gem City, the captain. Lexical Dexterity, 84 from Gem City. 89 is Hustle from Cincinnati. Tara Hole-in-You, 101 from Gem City. Beast Mode is 666, perhaps an appropriate number. From Gem City, Maloik, 988 from Burning River Roller Derby. Doity Die, 1209 from Gem City. The other captain, Heartless Glitch, 1337. 3310, Holly Carburetor from Akron. And 4077, Hot Wheels Houlan from Gem City.
And we'll be back with the Kansas roster as soon as we get a break in gameplay. In the meantime, the jam is on, and we have, looks like Triple B jamming for Kansas All-Stars.
Yeah, and Ruffin out in front. Ruffin is the lead jammer for Ohio. Triple B going to the box, so it is a power jam opportunity. So we've got 2 Kansas blockers. Well, now, yeah, 2 Kansas blockers in the box. Ruffin has a power jam for Ohio.
We've got the Kansas jammer going to the box as well. Kansas pivot, rather.
So Ruffin calls off the jam with Triple B still in the box and still sitting.
And that'll freeze both the pivot and the jammer for Kansas in the penalty box for the start.
And Burning River, Burning River, that's what I'm going to do, because I announced for Burning River. The Ohio All-Stars send out Burning River jammer, Brianna Ruins, for the power jam start. It is a 3-2 pack advantage. See Ohio try to give Brianna the inside line, and they succeed.
Really nice O on that inside. Good,
Yep.
Good setup.
15-1, Ohio leading. Kansas obviously only scored in 1 of the first 4 jams.
They're looking to get their defense in, and they knock out that Ohio jammer, but
Yeah,
it looks like they were out of play.
Yeah, we were wondering if that was going to be a track count on Brianna Ruins, but that was not called, so she continues on the power jam start. That is 4 points, and bringing the total for the jam to 8.
Triple B whips off the star and passes it to her pivot. Your jammer of record for Kansas is now
Troubleshooter. Wheezy going to the penalty box for Ohio. Brianna Ruins with the call-off. So that is a strong jam for Ohio. They're 11 points on that jam, taking the total to 26-1 as we cross the 14-minute mark again. 40-minute bouts, so 2 20-minute halves. Ohio in white, Kansas in blue.
And we have a Kansas blocker standing in the penalty box, so they will be released shortly once the jam starts.
So I think this is Birch Slap for Ohio. Looking for the armband. It is the skater the size of Birch Slap. Jam's Bond is the jammer for Kansas, and she is out. It is Birch Slap for Ohio Roller Derby as the jammer, and she got a big
Jam's Bond
hit.
with a nice big apex jump to clear the pack and get those 4 points.
So Birch Slap has yet to escape the pack, and Jam's Bond is on her second scoring pass, and she has completed that. So a total of 8 for Kansas on this jam. Star pass. Oh, no. Star stash. Birch slap still has the star on her helmet cover.
And Jam Spawn calls it off to shut out Ohio from scoring this jam.
So double-digit scoring jam there. 11 points. Ohio had been able to. There was the jump.
Oh.
You just saw it on instant replay. Great job by New England Roller Derby folks, Nerd Derby, our broadcast partners.
You would not be seeing this without them. So
No kidding.
We thank them.
So it is Ruffin versus Clitterbomb, we think. I know it's Ruffin.
Soon we'll have numbers. Oh, and Star falls off, is recovered. There's no pack.
Ruffin is doing a nice job of staying in bounds, but is taken off her skates by Black Mamba.
And that Kansas jammer is Clitterbomb.
Mamba receives a penalty for that, and now Kansas filling up the penalty box, but somehow Clitterbomb makes it through but took the star off. So Ruffin, I don't know if she's been declared lead jammer or not, but she's got the ability to get it if she can get by. We'll see. And she is lead and calls it off.
Immediately
1
shutting
point,
it down.
Yeah, 1 point awarded by Clitterbomb. Nice job by Clitterbomb to get the point. Coach Marone a little more vocal. Coach Marone known for being a little vocal, but is a derby expert, and often his loud commands are needed. So it's going to be Wheezy jamming for Ohio, and have no idea if they're going with, it could be Mary Payne if they're going with the same jammer rotation. I think it is. So Wheezy gets by the Kansas defenders. Again, it's a 4-on-2 pack, advantage Ohio. Ohio is led throughout. We are almost halfway through the first half here on day 2, Battle of the All-Stars 2019. Ohio in white,
And
Kansas in blue.
And that is Kansas jammer Mary Payne for the team in blue.
Wheezy is through, and points are up on the board for Ohio, ending a brief 2-jam scoreless streak. Wheezy with the fake and able to use the toe stop as she glides through turn 1 backwards, completing a very pretty 4-point pass.
Mary Payne has passed the star onto Troubleshooter.
So we've seen that a lot.
We have. It's a very effective strategy if that other jammer gets lead first. You want to shut things down as fast as possible.
So
sometimes that'll get the star out fastest.
I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, so you're very right, and it looks like Kansas is doing that a lot. Wheezy with a very nice rotation to end that jam, puts a total of 12 up. And that you just saw on, if you saw the instant replay, really great.
Lateral hop around the outside.
There is Wheezy on the toe stop. There you go. You saw it again as she came through turn 1. That was the second point scoring pass, if memory serves. Heartless Glitch now going up for Ohio, 38-13.
And we have Dizzy Astor for Kansas City with the star.
First time Dizzy has jammed in this contest. Second time Glitch has worn the star, and Glitch is through. Heartless Glitch, again, the MVP for Ohio in their bout against Montana. And Dizzy now star in hand for Kansas when she got pushed out there in turn 3. So 4-3 pack advantage for Ohio at the moment. Heartless Glitch is lead jammer for Ohio. Dizzy Astor still trying to get through the pack. Points on the board there for Heartless Glitch.
Noah Paso gets up in position to take the star if she needs to.
Sweet Assassin with the bump out of Heartless Glitch. Star pass again, this time to Noel Paso. Glitch held up. Coach Andy Marone screams at his captain to call off the jam, and she does. So 7 total for Glitch.
7-point jam for Glitch on that last jam.
And that'll bring our score to 45-13 with Ohio up.
maybe we should, between jams, just try to read off some of the Kansas roster.
Yeah.
With the next break and play, just so we can get through that.
Excellent thought, Ken. And Jams Bond is out quickly on the inside line for lead status.
Yeah, Jams was an MVP for Kansas on day one.
Scruff had a really great jump over a down skater. Always lovely to see refs with that action.
Yeah. Ruffin, star in hand, is the jammer of record for Ohio.
Jams is
Bond,
out.
yep.
And that's a scoring pass for a full 4.
Ruffin also now escapes, so both jammers will be on scoring passes. The pack set up over in turn 3. Jams Bond comes into the pack. Nobody in the penalty box, so it's a full amount of Derby skaters very far away from us. All right.
Kansas.
Roster.
We have a stoppage, so excellent.
How convenient.
Precisely. Number 0 is Clitterbomb. 007 is Jams Bond. 11 is Dogpile. 1233 is Scarlet Oscaria. 13 is Dash Eye. 187 Sweet Assassin. 26 Shutter Speed. 3 Dizzy Aster. 316 Jinja Ninja. 403 Troubleshooter. 420 Mary Payne. 48 No Class Last. 678 Triple B. 777 No El Paso. 79 Van Pounder. 86 Black Mamba. 87 Skella. 901 Memphis Misfit. And 9139 Angel Von Devilish. And they are coached by Wes.
So I'm just trying to look over both teams' jammer rotation. It seems like both teams have put 5 skaters out on the jam stripe. Our next jam will be number 11. So it seems like it's Ruffin, Wheezy, and Glitch in heavy rotation, and Ohio has dropped in Brianna Ruins and Birch Slap. Jams Bond has jammed 3 times for Kansas. Clitterbomb has jammed twice. Mary Payne has jammed twice. Triple B jammed twice, but that was a jammer penalty carryover from one jam to another. So again, it looks like both teams kind of going with a 3 jammer rotation and then supplementing.
And Noel Paso has been doing a great job of taking that Kansas star to help minimize the scoring on the Ohio side.
Did we cover who's going to play who?
We started to talk a little bit about it at the top, but now that we have some more time during this official review, we can go into more detail. So, again, Ohio, the number 10 seed, Kansas, 13 seed. The winner's going to play at 10 in the morning tomorrow versus Louisiana. And the loser of the next game will play the loser of game 14, which is Saskatchewan versus Maryland. And that'll be our next game up after this one.
All right, so we hope everybody's following that. So, yeah, looking back on the Ohio versus Montana game, again, it was yesterday. It was 2 20-minute halves. Excuse me. The score at the end of the first half, 79 for Montana and Ohio 29, 50-point lead. The margin ended up only being 47, so Ohio actually won the second half. So I think Ohio, in retrospect, feels good about their performance yesterday. And they've clearly, whatever tactics whatever the game plan was, they came up overnight. It's clearly working early on against Kansas as they currently have a 25-point lead. And that is Kitty Lickerbottom.
And then Glitterbomb for Kansas City, just passing the star to number
403 Troubleshooter. So Kitty Lickerbottom, the jammer for Ohio, been pushed out, calls off the jam. Little fact about Kitty Lickerbottom, married to the coach of Ohio, not just like the coach of Kansas. That would be wildly crazy.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
But it's Derby. Lots of things happen.
Right you are, Betty. So yeah, so Ohio now has put 6 in. What's one of the? So they've got kind of a young slate of jammers, and then they've got an experienced slate of jammers. And what we saw is they kind of moved from the young to the old in the second half of Montana, and they've led off. Wheezy's very experienced. Kitty Lickerbottom's very experienced. Birch Slap now out there for the second time. Birch is for Ohio Roller Derby, based in Columbus.
And she's up against Mary Payne for Kansas. No lead established just yet, as both jammers trying to work their way through very solid tripods here.
Yeah, the packs are winning. Heartless Glitch, Hot Wheels Houlihan, and Hustle comprise the Ohio pack. But Mary Payne does get through and is lead jammer for Kansas. Birch Slap still trying to make her initial pass. The pack held up in turn 3 at this moment. Birch Slap escapes, being chased by No Class Lass, who was on team announcer at Battle of the All-Stars 2018, but now is on Team Kansas.
What a trade.
It was fun to see No Class Lass jam a little bit yesterday. Tara Holinew goes to the box.
Mary Payne gets a scoring pass in.
Hot Wheels Houlihan comes out. Yes, so points on the board for Mary Payne. 40 seconds left in the jam clock. Birch Slap escapes the pack and puts points up on the board for Ohio. So Mary Payne completes a second scoring pass. That was a good job by Birch Slap just to continue to fight and turn that into, I think that's going to be an 8-4. It is in favor of Kansas.
And out in Twitchland, we are reminded that it is not Kansas City. It is Team Kansas.
Right.
And
if I made those mistakes, I apologize. I know it's
likewise.
Team Kansas.
I don't want to offend anybody in Missouri.
Right, exactly. There is a Kansas City, Kansas. And
there is, yes, they're right
Kansas
across
City,
from each
Missouri.
other. Yep. Missouri's the larger one. But back to the action at hand here. We've got number 3
Dizzy Astor
for Kansas with the star.
and Ruffin for Ohio. Those are your jammers of record. Tara Holinew comes out of the box, and a Kansas skater goes in. That is Jinja Ninja, so it'll be a 4-3 packet. Kansas loses another blocker, so it's 4-2 in the pack. Ruffin is out and is the lead jammer for Ohio.
And that was the Kansas pivot going to the box. No El Paso.
Yeah, so that's going to be tough, obviously, for Dizzy if she wants to pass the scar. We've seen Kansas do that a lot, especially when Ohio's gotten lead, and they call it off.
And that'll freeze the pivot in the box along with one of the Kansas blockers, giving Ohio again the advantage and not letting Kansas have that opportunity to pass the star.
We approach the 3-minute mark. It'll be Brianna Ruins taking on Jams Bond once we get underway. But again, it's a 3-2 pack advantage for Ohio at the moment. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left in the first half.
Hats off to the NSOs keeping track of all those penalties.
Yeah, no kidding. Looks like Brianna Ruins got her. Oh. Yep, no pass, no penalty. Gets Brianna Ruins through.
Jams Bond is also out.
And a back block called on Jams Bond, so it is a power jam opportunity. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left in the period clock.
Sweet Assassin with a hit on Brianna Ruins.
Last time Brianna Ruins was out there, she put up an 11-point double-digit scoring jam. She's got 4 so far. This is one of the faster skaters on the Burning River team, which is the team based in Cleveland. She started with Sandusky Roller Derby, as did Audrey Autopsy, and now both of them are on different teams, but both of them are Ohio All-Stars. So Brianna gets through an additional 4 points. The jammer penalty is over. Jams Bond comes out to play defense on Brianna.
I love some good jammer on jammer action. Oh, and there is a pull back from Jams Bond, and it looks like it's a race.
Yeah, and again, Coach Marone telling Brianna Ruins exactly where he wants her.
So Brianna's just going to chill out on the infield, not waste the energy, and Jams Bond opts to keep the action going.
I mean, time's on Ohio's side just because they've got a fairly substantial lead. Jamsmon has been the highest scoring jammer for Kansas. So, I mean, if I'm an Ohio fan and I'm watching the best jammer on the Kansas team not try to score points, I'll take it.
Yeah. We saw at the Omaha Cup, we saw it was Tucson versus Canberra. And, holding shortstop scoreless for a jam is a pretty good feat.
Yeah. So, again, that jam takes all of 2 minutes, and I believe, okay, so Brianna finishes with 8. Thought she may have gotten more. Yep, additional points go up there. I was going to say, I thought she got some on that pass that just
all
concluded. Yep. So, again, yeah, you send Brianna Ruins out there twice. She gets 11 the first time, 12 the second time. 20 seconds left in the half. This will obviously be our final jam. Of course, that's a curse as soon as I've said that. Heartless Glitch pushed out by Troubleshooter.
Glitterbomb has no pass, no penalty, out first. Lead is still up for grabs, I think.
Yeah, so Glitch can get it. No, Glitch took the star off, so it looks like this jam's going to go the full 2 minutes. And the jam clock has expired, and another power jam opportunity for Ohio.
As Glitterbomb takes a seat in the penalty box.
Heartless Glitch skates for Gem City. Gem City, a fast-moving team in the WFTDA rankings last year, barely missed the D2s. And it is a penalty on Heartless Glitch. Looking for the referee signal so I can tell you what it is and not seeing it. So I'm going to assume she's got an overdue library book.
Yes.
So Glitterbomb out of the box. Power jam now for Kansas. Kansas trailing by 40 points.
Some room opened up on the inside, but Ohio shuts the door on it.
Heartless Glitch now standing, so obviously the power jam will be over shortly. And again, this jam's going to go the full 2 minutes.
40 seconds left in the jam, and Glitterbomb springs from the pack.
2 skaters going to the box. 1 Ohio skater, Holly Carburetor. 2 for Kansas, that is Troubleshooter and Shutter Speed. So both jammers now harvesting points for their respective teams. Heartless Glitch faked to the inside, went to the outside, was untouched. So that'll minimize the damage that Glitterbomb, but Glitterbomb has now come through. The question is, can Glitch get points? She probably can.
Got some rotation in the penalty box for the Kansas side.
So that's a good job by Heartless Glitch to dig and dig and dig, and she gets 8 to minimize the damage as Glitterbomb gets 12. So only a net gain of 4 for Kansas. All right, so we're at the intermission mark. Ohio has led throughout the contest, and frankly, their offense has been consistent. Their defense has been really good. I see an awful lot of, 0-point scoring jams for Kansas. So, again, whatever the pregame huddle was following the Montana loss, it seems to have worked for Ohio. So I am Ken Smith, a.k.a. Kent the Politician, joined on the mic by
Betty Jessert.
And we are going to take a brief intermission break. Versus Ohio. Ohio came in as the 10 seed. Kansas came in as the 13.
That's correct.
And Ohio's looked really strong. Again, so the surprising plot line of Thursday at Battle of the All-Stars was, who the heck is Montana and why are they so good?
And where did they, I guess they came from Montana, but wow.
And the first victim of that was Ohio, who was down by 50 at halftime versus Montana, but then changed up some of their strategy, changed up some of their tactics, and actually won the second half. And again, Ohio left that bout feeling down on themselves, and then they watched Montana knock the crud out of Virginia. And so, Ohio feels better and certainly looks stronger in their first contest on Friday.
And it's really the hallmark of a good, solid Derby team when you can come back from halftime having learned from what happened in the first half, adjusting to that and just tweaking your strategy to come out ahead in that second half. Unfortunately, you got to put the two halves together, and
Yeah,
that's
but
why we have
which
Ohio
is,
here.
Yeah, which is not to take anything away from Montana. Montana is a very talented team. It's just
Absolutely.
Ohio was their first victim.
Yes.
And again, did Ohio underestimate Montana? Yes. So did Virginia.
So did a lot of people
So
here.
did a lot of people, yeah. Colorado didn't, and perhaps one of the reasons why Colorado didn't is they saw what Montana did in the first bout, or on the first day. So we're about ready to get underway with Jams, Bond, and Ruffin. Ohio, their defense was really strong and their offense was really strong. Kansas was held scoreless 9 out of the first 15 jams, and Ohio scored in all but 3 jams in the first half.
Jams Bond out first for Kansas.
Sorry, it was all but 4 jams, but yes, Jams Bond, who was their Kansas's most talented jammer, running into and the track cut. So the Ohio both jammers go into the box,
It's a jammer party.
and both jammers will come out. So in the meantime, this jam's going to run the full 2 minutes. Again, Jams Bond jamming for Kansas. Is
Really nice
Yep.
inside line work by Jams Bond, staying on those toe stops on the inside.
Ruffin still trying to make her way through on the initial pass. Jams Bond with 4 points so far. And Jams Bond will complete the pass, as does Ruffin. So again, kind of a jammer party again.
Mm-hmm.
By
It's
the way,
more fun when it's on the track, though.
exactly. We've got, by the way, our other camera is working, I believe. So we're back to a 150 camera operation here at Battle of the All-Stars, thanks to Nerd Derby. Hopefully you are watching us on Twitch and sharing that link, as we will be here, obviously, for the rest of the day, Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
And there's a track cut assessed to Jams Bond. So the Kansas jammer will sit in the penalty box again.
You know what? We will try to get an analysis of how many penalties Jams Bond has. So why don't I send somebody off to do that task?
And I will hold the fort down over here. And Ruffin out of the pack and running down the clock, it looks like.
All right, so we'll wait for final points to be tallied, but looks like it was 8 for Ohio, which is great because Jams Bond actually got out of the pack first. So a good penalty kill. I'm sorry, a good power jam opportunity. Up now 8-8. After all that analysis.
All the blockers are trying to decide where they want to start. It's one of the fun things about power starts. You get some interesting formations.
Yes, very true. I'm sorry. Wheezy for Cincinnati out in front and very quickly is lead jammer for Ohio. Took her all of about 9 seconds to get there.
Jams has been freed from the penalty box and is out.
Wheezy is the lead jammer. Both jammers now on a scoring pass as they head into the back straightaway. Jams Bond emerges first out of the pack, so points go up on the board.
And that'll be 2 points for Ohio, that jam, and 4 for Kansas.
So we had some of our crack staff check on how many jammer penalties Jams Bond has. Only 2. Felt like there was a little more. So
And 2 penalties for a jammer, especially one who is able to get out, be aggressive, get that lead. That's not bad for being in the second half.
yeah, exactly. And these are 40-minute bouts, so 5 penalties and you're gone, as opposed to the standard 7 for 60 in a 60-minute bout. Right now we've got Heartless Glitch taking on, I believe that is Clitterbomb. It is Heartless Glitch for Ohio, gets through and is the lead jammer. Ohio sends a blocker to the box.
Sweet Assassin goes to the box as well for Kansas.
So it's 3-on-3 in the pack. Heartless Glitch coming around, lead jammer designation. Clitterbomb finally escapes the pack now. And it's a track cut on Clitterbomb. So Heartless Glitch, the captain of the Ohio All-Stars, gets lead jam, gets through the pack, puts 4 points on the board, and will have another 30 seconds of power jam skating if she stays out of the box.
Kansas defense holding strong.
Yep, no class last and shutter speed. They're doing a nice job right in front of you there on the front straightaway in turn 1. Glitch comes through. This will be her 3rd scoring pass. She finds daylight on the inside, stays up very nicely. Sweet Assassin pushed her up, but Sweet Assassin also rolled out of bounds, so that got Glitch through for the 4-point pass.
Clittermom is back in to see if she can get some points up for Kansas.
Clitterbomb took a hit and caused her to go
spill
down. Yep.
And just kept going. Got right back up.
Yeah. So Glitch gets another 2 on that pass and calls it off. So that'll be a total of 15. She got 3.
And Kansas is held scoreless.
And Ohio crosses the century mark. Yesterday, Ohio got 75 points to Montana's 122. And again, in retrospect, pretty impressive. Well, certainly not an embarrassing show by Ohio.
Absolutely not.
And an official review being requested by Kansas.
And the official reviews during this this game they're gone once you use them, whether you win them or not.
Right. So each team gets 2 timeouts and an official review. If you prevail in your official review, obviously you can get some positive benefit from whatever you've argued in the center of the flat track, but you will not retain your official review. Use it and lose it.
Yes.
So Ohio is winning the second half. It is 17-4 if you just are looking at the second half scoreboard. Difference at this point of 49 points. We're at 14 minutes, 13 seconds remaining of game play. Coming up is more roller derby.
That's correct. It'll be Saskatchewan against Maryland.
And again, so the loser of that plays the loser of this.
Yes, and that culmination, that contest will be tonight at 9 p.m.
Yeah, right. So
they'll have the chance to land either 15th or 16th place in the tournament.
Yeah, so the loser of 9 o'clock tonight plays in the 15-16 game, which is tomorrow.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, they get the chance to be in the 15-16 game, so that'll seed.
Right. We'll tell you all about it.
Yes.
At some point. In the meantime, we're about ready to get back to roller derby action. Looks like James Bond will be back on the stripe for Kansas. And, it's Ruffin. All right, so the game has started. So Ruffin and Jams are the 2 jammers of record for the respective team. James Bond goes down,
2 to
runs
beat for
into
Jams.
Maloik. Ruffin comes through. James Bond has been designated as lead jammer.
Jams calls it off, keeping it a no-point jam.
So Ohio's jammer rotation last year included 2 skaters from Gem City. Supersonic, who is still in Ohio, not able to join the team this weekend, who's amazing. And I'm completely blanking. Oh, my God. Another Gem City skater, I'm dying right now, who moved to Arkansas. So, and the other Gem City jammer in the Ohio rotation was, in fact, Ballistic, who is now skating as Ruffin.
Kitty Lickerbottom is out with the star for Ohio and on a scoring pass. Mary Payne also out.
Both teams at full strength. Mary Payne pushed out, and Kitty Lickerbottom. The track cut has been called. Kitty Lickerbottom, the veteran Ohio roller derby skater, now with Ohio Valley, got the track cut on the other jammer, and it is now a power jam for Ohio.
One of those opportunities where knowing the ins and out of every rule can really help you.
Yeah, and Kitty Lickerbottom, married to the coach, knows every rule. I assure you. Oh, and she stays in bounds very nicely. Got the skates in bounds. Got pushed off the no pass, no penalty, and Kitty Lickerbottom is through. Again, in yesterday's contest, Kitty jammed twice. They were both in the second half. Kitty has been used in the jammer. This is the second time she's jammed in this bout, but they did use her in the first half also. Beast mode in the penalty box for Ohio, so 4-on-3 pack advantage. Oh, and Kitty Lickerbottom is down. First one by her side is her husband. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we've put the logo up on the screen so the medical staff can attend to Kitty Lickerbottom, who has gone down. She is now at least sitting up. But
we really want to give a big shout out to Bucksmount Roller Derby Dolls for making sure that medical staff is running smoothly, that all the aspects of the tournament are going as they should, that everyone's safe, and that all that risk is minimized.
yeah,
It is a contact sport, but they're doing a great job of organizing this tournament. And if you do want to know more about Battle of the All-Star, you can check out BOTAS on Facebook, on Instagram, and stay up to date on those mediums as well by searching for Battle of the All-Stars.
and you can use the hashtag, excuse me, you can use the hashtag BOTAS 2019.
And that's Chad Nude, who is wrangling the social media for this tournament.
All right, so as looks like Kitty still being attended to, but let me complete the thought on the Gem City dynamic. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the 20 skaters on the Ohio roster are from Gem City and Dayton. Last year's Battle of the All-Star team was, again, we had 6 skaters, I think 6 or 8 skaters from Gem City, but the jammer rotation was all Gem City for the most part. It was Supersonic, it was Ballistic, who's now Ruffin, and the skater whose name escaped me, Reckless Ratchet. And Reckless Ratchet and Supersonic are just amazing jammer talents. Again, Supersonic not able to be with us this year. Reckless Ratchet, unfortunately, if you're an Ohio roller derby fan, moved to Arkansas, where she is skating and making a name for herself in Arkansas. But Gem City really climbed the rankings, the WFTDA rankings. Just missed out on the W2 on the D2s last year.
If there were D2s last year, we
Oh, that's
had
right. It
the
was
Continental
the Continental Cup,
Cups. Yep,
and you would know that. I'm sorry.
that's okay.
Years of announcing Derby, and I'm surprised I haven't said that it was the North Regional or something. North Central Regional.
Yes, Nightmare on 95.
Yeah. All right, so Kitty Lickerbottom is still on the track. She is sitting up. Again, looks like medical attention is being paid to ankle, knee, but she's about as far away from us as she can be. While I have done doctoral studies, I am not a doctor, and nor can I do a medical diagnosis from 100 feet away.
And while I am not a doctor, I am not that kind of doctor. So we cannot help you, Derby universe.
But, yeah, Heartless Glitch is a Gem City skater, and she's got one of the 4 double-digit scoring jams for Ohio. Brianna Ruins has 2 of them. She skates for Burning River in Cleveland, and Wheezy has the other one. And again, in terms of offense, again, Kansas has only scored 4 points in the second half, and Ohio is at 24.
Yes. So they are also ahead in this half by quite a bit.
So let's thank some of our sponsors, such as Spank Alley, the only fully adjustable roller derby armbands on the market. They also ship worldwide. You can check them at www.spankalley.com.au. All right, so it is an ankle injury. Good news is everything still looks like it's connected. So perhaps a sprain. It is a 4-day tournament. One of the great things about Battle of the All-Stars is they expanded the rosters.
Yes, you can have 20 people on any given roster.
Ohio very famously, I want to say in Battle of the All-Stars like 4 or 3, just ran out of players. I mean, like, but you were only allowed to have like 14 or 15, and injury, they kind of lost 1 or 2 skaters in every game, ended up playing like 6 or 7 games.
That's a rough tournament to play.
Literally, they had decided as a team that if they won their final game that they ended up playing, they were going to forfeit the next game, because the way Battle of the All-Stars used to work is the bracket used to be much more like if you were going to make a run from number 6 to number 1, you had to play like the other 5 teams.
Yeah, and then sometimes you had to play the same team twice in order to get in that placement.
So we are at 11 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the contest. Kitty Lickerbottom, again, everything still attached, is on the bench and done for the day. But based on enough ice in the bathtub, perhaps she will be able to make a return. In the meantime, it is the matchup we've seen a lot. Jams Bond and Ruffin. 1 skater in the box for both teams, so it is 3-on-3 in the pack once we get underway, and we are.
Jams Bond out first. She's got lead.
Penalty on the pivot. That is troubleshooter. Ruffin gets out of the pack. Jams Bond got it's like Heartless Glitch didn't make contact. Jams Bond was losing her balance. And it was that stare by Heartless Glitch that took her out on the back straightaway.
An enthusiastic call-off helps to keep Ohio scoreless for the jam, while Kansas puts up 4 points.
So the Kansas total in the second half is now 8, as they had gone 3 jams in a row without scoring any points. Looks like Klitterbomb and I think it is Birch. No, it is Birch. That is Birch Slap from Ohio Roller Derby in Columbus, and she is quickly to the front. She found daylight on the outside line, in part because there was not as many Kansas blockers out there. Again, Kansas filling up the penalty box. 2 in the box, 2 on the track. Klitterbomb dealing with Maloik and Lexi Dexy and Sutter, and I want to say Doity Dye, comprising the Ohio pack. Birch Slap points on the board for Ohio. Good to see this happen. Birch Slap is a talented young skater from Ohio Roller Derby in Columbus. Klitterbomb through and will begin a scoring pass. At this point, Coach Marone probably going to run clock for Ohio Roller Derby. He's already lost somebody in his jammer rotation. And at this point, I think he's just trying to register the win as opposed to do the call off and, that kind of thing.
Because the games aren't weighted in this tournament,
right?
It's win-loss advancement. That's a smart strategy.
So Birch Slap comes through. That is a double-digit scoring jam for Ohio. 12 points so far. 37 seconds left in the jam. Again, the Ohio pack doing a nice job. Oh, good job by Scruff to avoid
A
Birch
quick
Slap.
star pass to Troubleshooter.
Yep.
Almost out, but the Ohio defense recycling up there.
Yeah, doing a nice job to lock down.
Absolutely.
That is
Building
Lexi
that bridge.
Dexy, number 84, and that is Sutter. Both of those are Gem City skaters. Again, Gem City, 10 of the 20 skaters. Oops. Klitterbomb lacing up her skate on the infield. And Birch Slap has the best jam of her tournament with 16 points right there. And Ohio has doubled up Kansas in terms of the score.
And Kansas gets 2 points up for that last jam.
8:08 left on the game clock. It'll be Wheezy up against, I think that is Dizzy Esther, but I do not know.
Dizzy is pivoting.
You're
up
right.
front.
You're right.
And we have,
We'll let you know as soon
we
as
will. I believe it's Triple B.
Yeah,
Yes.
Triple B. Wheezy in the meantime, whose name we know.
And Dizzy Astor, speaking of the skater,
There you go.
grabs that star.
Yes, it was a predictive call on our part. So yeah, Triple B goes to Dizzy Esther. Wheezy in the meantime still with the star on her helmet and with points on the board. And again, Ohio not looking to call it off.
Just going to run it long.
Yep. I mean, obviously they'll take the scoring advantage if they can get it, but time is a larger factor than points at this consideration in the game.
They played a really tough game against Montana.
Yeah.
If they can keep the physicality down a little bit for this game, that can help them kind of rest and recover for further down the tournament.
Exactly. Penalty, track cut on not sure who. Kansas loses a blocker. That is Triple B, who began as the jammer. Wheezy in the meantime, around and around she goes, and another double-digit scoring jam. This will be number 6 for Ohio, and back-to-back.
Jam score even at 12 for each squad here.
So yeah, the jam continues. Wheezy hands on hips as she goes through the back straightaway. Honey Basher out there along with Spacey and Beast Mode, trying to give you the one other Ohio blocker. Oh, it's Audrey Autopsy, who skates for Central Ohio. Roller Derby began with Sandusky. That sprung both Brianna Ruins and Audrey.
And another jammer-on-jammer hit.
And that's the biggest jam points-wise, perhaps for both teams. Yep. So 20 there for Wheezy. And again, Ohio going with the run-the-clock strategy.
Kansas picking up 14 points in that last jam.
Yeah, that's their second double-digit scoring jam. James Bond had a 12-point to end the first half. James Bond is jamming now against Heartless Glitch. James Bond is through. 5 minutes, 20 seconds of gameplay action remaining. Heartless Glitch received an unkind tap on the head from Shutter Speed. Both skaters seem to be no worse for wear, and Heartless Glitch comes through holding her chin. That was the MVP of the first bout for Ohio.
Coach Public Asset for Kansas keeping an eye out for the ideal time to call.
Glitch with 2 to beat at the top of the pack. James Bond trying to get by Audrey Autopsy. Coco Sparks out there for Burning River for Ohio, but skates for Burning River. Hot Wheels Houlihan for the Ohio pack. Also out there, I'm sorry, was Hustle from Cincinnati.
And that was 8 points for Kansas in that last jam
Good job.
against Ohio's 4 for the jam.
They've scored in their last 3 jams, their last 4 jams. So again, they were, I mean, at the 11:25 mark, it was 108 to 52, and Kansas had only scored 4 points in the whole second half. So Kansas has found their offense in these final 6 minutes of gameplay.
Derby's an endurance game, so sometimes you get those really interesting dynamics later on in the game. Back to the current jam, we have Ruffin jamming for Ohio and Klitterbomb for Kansas. Klitterbomb heads to the box, giving Ohio the power jam.
Yeah, so 3 minutes, 45 seconds left, and it is Ruffin who is the first jammer on the stripe for Ohio in both the first half and second half, and is the only remaining member of the Gem City jamming trio from last year at Battle of the All-Stars. So Ruffin, very strong jammer, but also very experienced both for Gem City and at this tournament.
Doity Dow with a fake out and then a hit for the offense.
I'm over here. Wow, I'm not here. Klitterbomb out of the box. 1 minute left of jam time. No El Paso goes to the box for Kansas, so it is 4-on-3 in the pack in favor of Ohio. Again, Ohio in white, Kansas in blue.
Troubleshooter at the front of the tripod, trying to hold back that Ohio jammer.
Yeah, Ohio, as we've just read on the stream, Ohio doing a very good job with their offensive strategy and their offensive blocking. And yeah, that is apparent. Ohio has scored in all but 2 jams in the second half and have extended their margin to 72 points at this point. It was 36 at halftime.
Yeah, you can have a really talented jammer, but a talented jammer still needs that
Right.
that blocker
Yep.
group that can really work with them.
The vibe of
Yes.
which way are you taking my opponents? So I will go the other way. All right, so that winds up to be 8-0 in favor of Ohio. 156-80.
Less than 2 minutes left.
Trying to get the ID. So we think that's Triple B, and that is Brianna Ruins. Brianna Ruins for Ohio.
Kansas holding their shape up at the front.
Yeah, Brianna very much on her toe stops, looking to try to puncture the pack. Wheezy as the blocking brace of the 3-wall.
And we have slowed down to a crawl.
Yes, we
Ohio
have.
doing a really great job of eating up any backward space that opens.
Triple B escapes first, and she is lead jammer as we approach and cross the 1 minute mark remaining in the in gameplay. Brianna Ruins yet to escape the pack with one, and now she does. So Triple B has put 4 points up on the board. Brianna Ruins digging.
Speeding.
Yep.
Trying to catch up and sneak in those points. It's called off.
That's the first time Brianna Ruins does not get a double-digit scoring jam. Held scoreless there. So 84 to 156.
We have a timeout at 41 seconds left on the clock for the half, so we will have another jam.
Kansas took it. So in the pack for Ohio, we've got Holly Carburetor, we've got Hot Wheels Houlihan, we've got Heartless Glitch, all on the, and a skater that I cannot see.
Lining up for Kansas, we have Dizzy Astor.
Dacha I is out there, number 13. It is Jams Bond who will be jamming against that, looks like Birch Slap. And the other skater in the Ohio pack is Hustle from Cincinnati. And Sweet Assassin. No, it's not Sweet Assassin. No, it is Sweet Assassin for Kansas. Or no, I'm sorry, it's
187.
Stella. Yeah, Sweet Assassin. No, it's Skella. She's got 187
okay.
on the helmet, and the number is 87.
Oh.
That's what, and of course, Kansas has both a 187 and an 87. Anyway, Jamsbond is out in front. Birchlap took the helmet cover off, and she is through the pack with a star stash. 4 points up on the board for Jamsbond.
Looks like Kansas is running it long, trying to get in those points. And an apex hop on the inside by Birchlap springs the Ohio Jammer.
And a track cut, but it is not. It's on a blocker, mind you. I don't see anybody leaving the track, so I saw the penalty go up. Unless he got waved off. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Birchlap on her first scoring pass, Jamsbond on her third, and she completes it. So Jamsbond again looking like the MVP that she won on day one. Birchlap puts points up on the board, and we have 50 seconds left on the jam clock. But our period clock has expired. And with that call off, oh, good job by Birch, able to get 4 more points. So that minimizes the damage.
Yes. Oh, but Kansas also managed to get in 16 points on that jam, putting them right at the century mark, which is a nice way to finish off a game.
Yeah, Birchlap finishes with 12, so she has 2 double-digit scoring jams, which has got to be great for her confidence as Ohio will move on. So the unofficial final, 168-100. Ohio got out with 8:08 left. Ohio was up 124-58, and at that point, they decided to start running the jams a little bit longer because the outcome was not in doubt, and Kansas cut into the margin. But yeah, frankly, a really strong bounce-back performance by the 10th seeded Ohio All-Stars. So we will take our audio down, and we will have a very tough conversation about,
yes, we will.
about who's going to be the MVPs, because we have multiple candidates for both teams. How many years have you been in Ohio All-Star? I know you were here last year, but were you here the year before that too?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so you really held down the jammer rotation for Ohio. You were the first jammer out there to start the game. You were the first jammer out there to start the second half. You guys had a really strong second half against Montana. Do you feel like the Ohio All-Stars are finding their groove?
Yeah, we're finally settled down then with travel and going through the abysmal weather we have. I think everybody's a little frazzled and stuff, and as long as everybody got here safely, we're good. Then, like everybody else, some of us are going off with almost 5 hours of sleep, and some of us are very much allergic to morning games.
Yeah.
So, but we're gelling together, finding something that works together, because as long as we all believe in each other, it's not just one person, it's all of us.
Yeah, the jammer rotation was very broad. I think Ohio jammed maybe 6 different skaters. And again, even though it's only a 40-minute game, against some high-caliber competition. So tomorrow you've got Louisiana at 10 a.m. Sorry about it. It's a morning game. But any thoughts about, Ohio's future looking forward for the rest of the tournament?
We got a really good, strong coach and a bench coach, and they're strategizing everything based on our players and their strengths. It's not about just playing. We're just putting everybody collectively together and seizing the moment, because 10 minutes off the first half and second half, it takes quite a bit to recover. So we got to seize the moment and take advantage, put our strengths in there. Okay,
great. So that's Ruffin for the Ohio All-Stars. You'll see her again out on the track tomorrow morning, Saturday, 10 a.m. against Louisiana. We're going to hand it over to Betty Gessert for the interview with the Kansas MVP next.
Hello, Twitchland. I'm Betty Gessert, and I'm here with Dizzy Astor, who is the MVP for Team Kansas for the Kansas-Ohio game. And how are you feeling?
I feel great.
Fantastic. So Kansas has been doing a good job of holding their own this tournament, and talking with you a little bit about some of the differences between last year and this year. And I hear there's been a little bit of an evolution in Team Kansas from last year's BOTAS tournament. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. So last year was Team Kansas' first trip to Battle of the All-Stars. We had a great time, and that kind of coming to the tournament and competing spurred some excitement for Kansas and Kansas players about getting involved with the state team. And yeah, we were able to attract more players. We had a much bigger tryout than we had in years past. We had a lot of people who made it a priority to be willing and able to travel, so that was really cool. And here we are.
Fantastic. Sounds like some really fantastic advice to anybody who's thinking about starting a state or provincial team. And really great job out there on the track today. Anything you want to say to your fans at home?
Hi, if you're watching, I love you.
Thank you so much, Jizzy. And thank you.